Every girl wants attention, but not every woman knows how to be desired. Desired in a way that makes people obsessed, intrigued, unable to forget her. And here's the secret. Nobody tells you. The harder you try, the faster desire slips away. So let's talk about the psychology of being desired without trying too hard. Hi, I'm Clara, and this is Intemporelle. Here, we don't just talk about elegance, we explore the psychology behind it. It's where culture, femininity, and presence come together. Stay with me until the end, because what you'll hear here is not what you find on any other channel. It's deeper, sharper, more timeless, exactly the kind of conversation you didn't know you needed. Here's the thing. Desire is never about the loudest voice in the room. It's about the one person who doesn't have to try, and yet everyone notices. Think of it. The women who force it, who overdo, who try to prove their worth, they fade. But the woman who enters with ease, who leaves room for curiosity, who doesn't explain everything, she creates tension. And tension is the spark. It's not luck. It's not just beauty. It's psychology. That edge, that gap between what people see and what they don't know yet, that's what makes desire unforgettable. Take Marilyn Monroe and Monica Bellucci, two women completely different, and yet both unforgettable. Marilyn was chaos wrapped in silk. She wasn't perfect. She was messy, vulnerable, even broken. But she leaned into it. She made fragility seductive, that little laugh, the breathy voice, the way she tilted her head, as if asking for protection. She embodied the paradox, innocent and sensual, childlike and dangerous all at once. And that paradox made the world obsessed with her. Now, Monica Bellucci, the opposite, regal, grounded, mature. She doesn't need to beg for love. She carries herself as if she already has it. Her presence is slow, statuesque. She doesn't perform femininity, she embodies it. When Monica walks into a room, she doesn't say, "Please see me." She says, "You already do." And that, right there, is the psychology of desire. Marilyn is the flame, chaotic, fleeting, impossible to ignore. Monica is the stone, solid, eternal, untouchable. Both magnetic, but for different reasons. Now, ask yourself, which one are you? Here's what psychology tells us. Desire is built on paradox. It's the tension between softness and strength, innocence and mystery, vulnerability and confidence. Without paradox, people get bored. Too much perfection, cold, too much chaos, exhausting. So, if you want to be desired without trying too hard, you need to find your paradox. If you're soft and sweet, add a little edge. If you're dominant and powerful, add softness. If you're shy, own it. But let your silence carry weight. The point is not to perform, but to embody. Because when you stop begging for attention and instead anchor yourself in presence, attention finds you, right? And listen, I have to say this. The deepest form of confidence doesn't come from looks or status or likes on Instagram. It comes from knowing who you are in God's eyes. When your worth isn't up for negotiation, you move differently. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to chase. You simply are. That kind of woman is magnetic because peace, real peace, is rare and people can feel it. And if you're craving more of these kinds of thoughts, the deeper, unfiltered side of elegance and psychology, that's exactly what I share inside my private journal. It's not for everyone. It's for women who want to be on the inside, who want access to the letters I never share publicly. Think of it as a secret club you get invited into once you click the link in the description. Exclusive, rare, addictive, exactly how desire should feel. So, back to it. Since I just mentioned the private journal, let's keep the flow natural. Here's something I need to say. Most women confuse being loud with being desired. They think the more noise, the more eyes, but in reality, noise fades. What sticks is contrast. And here's the paradox. Men respond to that contrast more than anyone. They don't chase the woman trying too hard because there's nothing left to discover. What hooks them is paradox. When you're soft but firm, warm but untouchable, graceful but just a little dangerous. That tension is addictive. It makes a man lean in, wondering which side of you he'll get next. Some call it mystery. Some call it arrogance. I call it irresistible. So let me ask you, clarity or paradox? What do men actually crave? Don't overthink it. Just answer. I'll be here judging your replies. And we can't forget Cleopatra. History tells us she wasn't considered the most beautiful woman of her time, at least not in the conventional sense. But she was unforgettable. She commanded empires, forged alliances, and captivated some of the most powerful men in history. Why? Because it wasn't about her face or body. It was her aura, her intelligence, her ability to make people feel seen and spellbound. That's desire at its highest level, when it transcends beauty and becomes power. Cleopatra proves desire isn't about being the prettiest in the room, it's about being the most unforgettable. So let me ask you, do you feel more like Marilyn, magnetic in chaos, or Monica, magnetic in calm? Tell me in the comments. I want to know, genuinely. And if you're still here, clearly you vibe with this. Subscribe, because this is literally what we do every week. Break down the psychology of elegance, desire, and presence. It's a whole community of women who get it. All right, let's get practical. How do you apply this in your own life? Slow down. Desire lives in pauses, not in rush. Move slower, speak slower, breathe slower. It signals control. Use silence. People fear silence. If you're comfortable in it, you become powerful. Protect your mystery. Don't overshare. A little distance makes people lean in. Faith over fear. A woman who trusts God radiates something deeper than beauty. She radiates peace, and peace is magnetic. That's the real formula. Paradox, presence, peace. You don't have to perform it. You become it. So here's the truth. Beauty attracts, but psychology keeps people obsessed. You don't have to chase desire. You just have to embody it. Desire isn't about doing more. It's about being more. And that's the psychology of being desired, without trying too hard. If you want to actually practice this in your daily life, not just understand it, but live it, check out my Glow Up Planner. It's a tool I designed to help you structure your routines, energy, and presence so that magnetism isn't random. It's intentional. And if you want to go even deeper, my private journal is where I write weekly letters to women like you. Letters about elegance, faith, psychology, power, the kind of conversations we don't have anywhere else. Links are below. But more than anything, subscribe, comment, and come back. Because Intemporelle isn't just a channel, it's a space for women who glow differently. And hey, don't go far. The next video, you're gonna love it. So stick around, babe. See you there.